Welcome to Talks with Don, episode 27, entitled Forgiveness, a Key Component to Unlocking Power. As always, we want to start off with some libations for the ancestors. This is for the ancestors who stepped up to the calling, whose voices were heard. And this is also for the ancestors who, due to oppression, wanted to step up to the calling, but they couldn't. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. But as always, we want to start off with a song from yours truly, Don the Issa, entitled The Process. The saying goes that water seeks its own level. You was attracted to ice on the key to the door is that life's about. This is a tale about angels and devils. When you got the gift, what's the lotus, the petals? God say protected, it's potent, it's special. They come for the gift, try to run with the gift. Inherently, you must be one with the gift. You cannot take this and code it through time. Perfection of craft must be molded like iron. Here you go, son. Just hold it, it's mine. Decipher from chosen and spiritual crime. Infinity stones and songs I came to collect. Sunshine is bright, but rain is so wet. To hear the calling, I had to be alone. The casualty of wrongs, the rarity of stones. Flawless diamonds, sapphires, rubies. Sometimes it feels like a duty. Missing the signal can become spooky. You never know the hour to be bestowed with the power. If you go through the fire, come out cleaner than the shower. 20 is the time that I picked up the day. Pass this test, get the crown. You gon' be great. Don't be late. I won't be late. You are talking to someone that owns estates. This message inside is for you. To discover myself, I had to be myself as a youth. Protect what I had to call on recruits. Too many soldiers to fit in a coup. If you were never alone, I can't you hear your calling? Or night of the savages of people since falling. The gift that we discuss, you can't touch it or see it. You must be careful of energy leeches. Learn to discern the finicky speeches, the ones that get it, get it. If you hit a still, motherfucker, just beat it. Thank you to the pieces needed for character development. Long live Aaliyah. So, this episode is entitled Forgiveness, a Key Component to Unlocking Power. Man, as I started out this journey with some of my inspiration, motivational talks on Instagram, I always talked about forgiveness, and holding on to unforgiveness leaves holes in your aura. We always want to strive toward building our spirit up, and one of the key components to how disagreeable entities can latch on to your power and have a hole in your aura and control things in your life is the spirit of unforgiveness. I've had it at times, and I'm just going to get into it, the raw nitty gritty, man. Since I've stepped into purpose, since I've discarded energy attachments and stepped into my higher calling and stepped into my being as an oversoul, do you know how many individuals that I know what they're doing behind the scenes to try to stop me? I know them by name. I can see it. These people, some people that I know, some people that I don't know. But in order for me to move forward, I've had to forgive. I've had to forgive parents, people that I know won't give me closure on things that they've done, people that continue to do things behind the scenes to try to stop me. I've had to forgive, and like I always say, and me and my twin brother always discuss, forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for yourself, because like I always say, one of the greatest capabilities is the power to master yourself and control yourself. In our body, we have different energy centers. And these different energy centers, labeled chakras or called chakras, are attuned to different things that we deal with here in the physical. Addiction, lust, gluttony, greed, lack of self-control, not being intuitive or being intuitive. If you want to study, just type that in online. Chakras. Chakras. And also, your chakras have to do with creativity as well. So, if you're holding on to unforgiveness, you are stagnating some of the powers, some of the gifts that you've come here with in this lifetime. If you're somebody with the soul sent to raise the vibration of the collective. And like I say, I have forgiven people that are doing unthinkable things behind the scenes. I know who they are. I know them by name, know them by face, know some of these people from in passing, just being in the city, mixing and mingling, and I've forgiven them. But collective, I want to tell you, just because you forgive these individuals that doesn't mean that they're not going to experience their own version of karma, or that doesn't mean that they're not going to be repaid for the actions that they put out into the universe. When the Most High sends people in your life, an earth angel, a lot of times it's your last chance to see if you're going to get it right. And as I've said in previous videos, a lot of people always fail that test because the earth angel doesn't look like what they think he or she is supposed to look like. And when you do this and transgress people that are sent into your life to help you, that brings on a great amount of karma. So that's another thing I want to put out to the collective. You never know who you're talking to in passing. You never know who it is. And always remember that when you're dealing with different individuals, everybody is not here to be played with. Some people are sent to help you. Some people are sent to raise the vibration of the collective. And that leads me into my next variation of this topic. When you try to slow down somebody that is sent here for a purpose to raise the vibration of the collective, that type of karma is heavy and can last a lifetime and can last generation after generation until, who knows? I've seen it time and time in my life again. I've always come from a pure place when I deal with people. I'm coming from a pure place when I'm doing this. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm doing it for the love of raising the vibration of the collective and walking in my purpose. So a lot of times, me being somebody that is in tune with emotion and aware and sensitive to energies, I feel bad for people that transgress me, because I've seen throughout my lifetime people that have transgressed me and I've done nothing wrong to them. I've seen karma come back on these people in the worst ways. So when people deal with me and my twin brother and they're just thinking, oh man, these just some regular individuals, and I go back and look when I see things that are going on with people that are from my past that have transgressed me, I don't want to say, but if you read between the lines, you know what I'm talking about. And I'd be like, wow. A lot of times you don't even remember the transgression that somebody did to you, but when you see it, you'll be like, wow. And divine has a purpose for different people. So when you try to interrupt divine order by being facetious to people, doing things behind the scenes to slow people down, those that are in tune know what I'm talking about. It is an innumerable amount of karma that you've accrued upon yourself. And like I always say, man, I do feel bad when people transgress me, but I forgive them and I move on and I keep walking in purpose. A lot of times when people do disagreeable acts, they're given over to a reprobate mind, thinking that they're doing right. They convince themselves, hey man, I'm doing right, just to be able to process the disgust of knowing that they're doing wrong. Even though everybody doesn't have a soul, I believe that we are all born with some type of moral compass. And so people have to lie to themselves in order to digest the disgusting things they're doing behind the scenes. And intuitively, I know I'm here for a divine purpose. I know who I am. And I want to say this. I have a saying when I do my motivational talks on Instagram. And the saying goes, I know who I am. Do you? And I think that confidence or authority that I know that I have deep down inside that I come off with, it rubs people the wrong way. But when I'm saying that, I'm saying I know who I am. I pick up on the clues to who my oversoul and my highest self is. Do you have a clue who you are? Have you picked up on the clues of who your oversoul or your highest self is? I'm not saying it in the form of, oh man, I know who I am. Do you know who I am? It could be a double entendre, but I'm saying it to help the collective. You're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. Some people are here to do great things. Some people are here to raise the vibration of the collective. Some are not. And something that I want to get into of people that transgress, people that are here for a divine purpose. We asked ourselves, man, why do people continue to do disagreeable things to people that just want to walk in righteousness? And a lot of times it is because they have made contracts with disagreeable entities, and the disagreeable entities have basically told these people, man, if you don't do my work, I'll take you up out of here. And so basically they become a slave to unrighteousness. And like I say, this all starts with not forgiving people that have transgressed you. A lot of people hold on to anger, resentment, trauma from not doing the shadow work. So this trauma that people hold on to from their childhood, it opens a hole in the aura for disagreeable entities to attach to the aura of these beings. So the more they hold on to anger, the more they hold on to greed, the more they hold on to lust, the more they hold on to gluttony, the more they hold on to resentment. That's just disagreeable entities coming in, feeding. So once they feed and keep feeding, they drive these people to do disagreeable things. And just like people that are here to raise the vibration of the collective know who they are, the disagreeable beings know who those people are. So people that are walking in purpose and walking in higher purpose, I want you to know the protection is at an all-time high. The protection is at an all-time high. Continue to walk in your purpose. Continue to do things to rise the vibration of the collective. Yes, you will have adversaries, but these adversaries come against you for you to unlock your own power. It's nothing to be fearful of. It's nothing to lament over. It is for you to unlock your own power. The key component to unlocking your own power is forgiving those who have transgressed you. Like I said, that doesn't mean they're not going to be dealt with. And a lot of times when these disagreeable beings or people that have been hijacked by disagreeable entities, when they operate, they're thinking, man, I'm such and such, I'm such and such, I'm such and such. Man, these disagreeable entities got me, but it's a trick. Just as they do things to people that are of divine spirit and here to heal the collective, there's always divine and the great mother watching these people while they think they're hiding and get away with things. There's always the divine watching, writing down, I see you, I see you, I see you, I see you. And a lot of times when people do things and get away with it for longer periods of time, they feel like, oh man, I'm gonna continue to get away with it. But a lot of times that is the bigger ball of energy waiting to come hit you. And so always remember, you're always being watched. So always keep integrity in everything you do. Forgive, keep integrity. Forgiveness is one of the key components to unlocking your personal power and being able to walk in your divine purpose. A lot of times people want closure on things, and sometimes you won't get that closure. You have to move on knowing that you're here for purpose if you're one of those people. What goes around comes around. I've lived long enough to see it. And I walk in love. I walk in authenticity. I don't do things to harm other people. I'm here to help heal the collective, and I know that. And so I continue to walk in purpose, and I continue to get the downloads so I can give to the people. Spirit told me, man, speak on forgiveness. I've had those times just like other people where I've operated in unforgiveness. So take what you may from this message. I come in love, abundance, healing. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. Don the Issa, the process is available on all platforms, all streaming platforms. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. I'm very grateful. Ashe to the ancestors. 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 Love.